All right, as you can see from those numbers, certainly a Morrison loss, not so much an Albanese win. And he might lead Labor, of course he does, he's the Prime Minister, but he's got to prove himself to Australians in the role. That swing away from Labor is actually worse than their result under Bill Shorten. 7 out of 10 Australians, as I say, not giving Anthony Albanese their first preference to lead. We've elected a Prime Minister based on, I think, most of the country's second or third preference vote. To unpack all of this let's bring in a veteran who's seen plenty of elections, Dennis Shanahan, National Editor of the Australian newspaper. All right, Dennis, we'll get into the coalition in a moment, but what does this mean for Labor?
Well, first of all, of course, and I'd like to congratulate Anthony Albanese. I think he's done a great personal achievement to become Prime Minister, and I think he deserves that. Obviously, Labor has won and formed government. So these are things that, you can't lose sight of, and that means a great deal for Labor. Once again, back in power, and that is a huge boost for Labor. Now, the result is, the insides of the result, is that Labor has lost a great deal of its primary vote. It has lost it to all sorts of places, and the Greens have picked up. And as you say, this is actually a loss by the coalition, or more correctly, a loss by the Liberal Party. The National Party, as it did in the last 2 elections, this is the 3rd election when the National Party has not lost a seat in regional or rural Australia. Now, that is an incredible effort for the junior coalition partner. But the Liberals, of course, have lost seats everywhere to all sorts of people, to the teals and to the Labor Party. And so it has been a Liberal loss in the Liberal heartland. And Labor, of course, is now in a position where it can form government, a majority government, and Anthony Albanese has got the assurances of a couple of wily old independents who were there before, Andrew Wilkie and Bob Catter, saying yes, they will support him on the floor of the House and for supply. So he has those guarantees. He's the Labor Prime Minister, and yes, he has to supply a speaker. Maybe he could put in an independent speaker, Andrew Wilkie. But the simple fact is the Liberals have lost, Labor has won, Anthony Albanese is the Prime Minister, and we go from here.